We're going to change the chain blade on this thing. You have to take out these two screws. There are two nuts here that you have to take off, and inside there is a screw that holds this little black band down. Hold on. At this point, you're going to want to flip this thing upside down and hold on to it, because right there is the big weakness for this thing. This stuff is going to fall out. So if you're out in the yard, keep that in mind. It is going to fall out. Now you've got all that out, slide this out of your way. You might have to loosen it up a little bit more. Slide this out of your way. You only want to loosen that enough to where you can slide that out of your way. You want to pop the chain off. Get the bar out of your way. Take your chain off. Okay, just pull it off. That's all you gotta do. Pull it off. And then put your new one back on. There you go. Loosen up your adjustment screw so that you can put your new chain on your new bar. Now since you've got the chain on the bar, go ahead and tighten up that screw. Now as you can see, the pin for my adjustment is right there where it should be. Now if yours is like mine, these are broken. Now that you've fought your way into getting that back in and getting the handle lined up so you could push those through, then you want to make sure that you've got this. Again, make sure you have loosened up your adjustment and that it is sitting in the hole where it's supposed to be. And then tighten all this down. As you can see, this is tightened down just a snug, it doesn't need to be like King Kong did it. Now you're going to want to do this. You've got this snugged up to where everything's sitting flush, and you want to adjust this to your chain is the tightness that you want it to be. This is how tight I usually go. Actually, I go a little bit tighter than that hole. This is how tight I get it to where you cannot pull any teeth out. There's just a little bit of play. And what happens is you don't get a whole bunch of wear and tear on your parts. Because if something's running sloppy and that tooth can come out, I can assure you it will while it's running. Now that you've got all this tightened up, I use a T-bar. You do not need to tighten this to King Kong levels. You really don't. Tighten it snug, 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 and stop. Put your cap back on, stick the screws in there. Again, you do not want any of this cranked super tight. It doesn't need to be. As long as your adjuster is where it should be, everything is going to be fine. This thing is going to work great. It's going to be seated properly. Everything's going to be sitting flush. And this is one thing you need to worry about. If you've got this not in that hole and it is out here or back here somewhere, when you tighten it down, you're cocking your blade one way or another, and it will mess you up. So now you know how to change the blade on the Poulan Pole Saw. Keep you some training fluid in there. That is what works best for lubing up these blades. It'll never ever rust. Nothing's ever going to go bad in it. And it also helps out great for getting rid of anything with sap off your blade, which is almost all trees, you know. Right on, y'all. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Much love to everybody. Peace.